Word. Yes. So I'm very, very happy, Rosie, that you are here tonight with us. And tonight you will be sharing your expertise because, ladies, what we do this time of life, we working virtually, we working online, we serving people, and I could say the sales go up, right, Rosie? During the
Yes.
pandemic time, we sell a lot. We have so many new options, easy sales. Yes, you need to have your products on hands because that's how you show, that's what you do. So if you are new, I highly suggest you to get your full inventory. And Rosie tonight will explain to you why it's important to have full inventory on your shelf with your hands. So that's how you can make even more sales, right, Rosie? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I am giving this beautiful time to you, my beautiful friends. So let's go. We are so excited to learn from you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Natalia. It is a pleasure to be with everyone today. Natalia is a dear friend of mine. I have known her for years in Mary Kay, and that's the beauty of the things that come out of our starter kit. So one of the things that came out is our amazing friendship. And I have to say that Natalia came years ago to my house and stayed at my home, and we were able to connect. And then every time, a couple times that you've come down, we've been able to see each other. And then this last time, my son actually moved to New York, and last time she gave me a taste of really like New York and Russia and just like the most amazing food. I don't know what restaurant that was that we went to, but she spoiled my family, my son and I, and my husband so much. We got to try all these amazing and delicious food. So I loved every single bit. I loved our friendship. I love that we've been able to support each other. And you ladies have an amazing sales director, for a mama in Mary Kay.
Oh,
She has a heart, and her energy is contagious. And you need to be honored that you get to have Natalia as your sales director. She is a superstar. Yes. Okay. So Natalia and I were talking, and I will tell you that something that I have done during this time, right? Because and I don't know what you're saying, so I guess you're translating, right, Natalia? Okay, perfect. Because I can't understand anything that you're writing. So if you need it, or if you need to tell me something or stop me, go ahead. Okay. So um, this COVID has hit us in so many ways, right? Personally, with our families, our business. And I believe as leaders, we have to learn how to pivot. And so, one of the things is embracing the virtual world. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. And I say I'm trying because even though you see maybe Natalia and I in our sales director suits, right? We still have to learn new skills and pivot. And so what's going to happen is that during this time, either you will come along board and you'll embrace it, or you'll end up not staying in long enough. Okay. And I say that with all my heart because the bottom line is that now that we've gone virtual, a lot of things are going to stay virtual. Okay. And we don't know how long that's going to be. And so it's important that we embrace the virtual world and say, well, how can I make this work for me and my business? And don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that you have to be one of those like influencers on Facebook. And maybe one of you are, and you're like, oh, I got Facebook and Instagram and social media and I'm amazing at it. Okay. That was not me. And that is not me. Okay. So for most people, it is a new skill to learn. And it is a new skill to get used to, and there's skills that have to be learned. But the great thing is we can all learn it. So I'm not the most techie person either. So when it comes to things, I'm not a person of change, right? So I kind of resist change, especially when it doesn't work. So for some of you, you're like, I love change. And for some of you, you might be like me. So the reason why I talk about me is because if you're like me, you have hope because I've got it there, right? And if you're one that is used to change and social media, then this is not going to be as difficult for you. But for me, it really was. And I'm like, oh, I don't want the social media world. And I don't know how to do this. I'm very much a love and connection person. And I love to love and connect. And I love to do it in person. If I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, I want to see people's faces. Like if I talk to people a lot, I'm going to be like, listen, can we at least FaceTime? Because I feel like we're not seeing each other, right? I love Zoom for that reason. I don't, I think that's Yulia. Yulia, is that your name? I see your face. I don't know what the other lady's name says on there, but she's like with her blue shirt and I see her on there and I get to see faces, right? And so there's a different connection when we get to see faces, okay? So I love that. So I thought, how do I pivot myself? How do I get myself from where I am now to where I need to go? How do I get myself to do this? And so I've been in Mary Kay. Natalia's been in a lot longer than me, but I've been in Mary Kay. It's going to be 15 years in October. And I'm like, well, how do I keep doing these parties and these events? And so what I have found is that I love Zoom. Okay, now, there is a downside to Zoom, and it's that not everybody knows how to use Zoom. So sometimes you have to explain to them how to use it. Sometimes the first few minutes of the class is explaining like, put this or mute your phone here. You can find this button here. And this is what you can do. Sometimes you have to like leave a little bit of leeway those first 10 minutes for people to log on because they'll be like, well, I couldn't log on. I didn't know how. I didn't quite get this, right? But once people, and I think more and more people are getting used to and have used Zoom. So I love that platform. And the reason I do is because I feel like there's connection, right? And so you can do a Facebook party and put posts and videos and all that. And if you do, I suggest you go on live every once in a bit. There's not a lot of connection. And so Zoom basically takes a platform from in person into a Zoom, a virtual world, but it's kind of still the same format to say. Natalia, did most of the people on the call today do parties like in person, or are they more new people? Or tell me, wait, you're mute.
Rosie, more new people.
More new people. So post-COVID.
Yes, that's the season, the COVID season. Yes.
The COVID season. Okay. So I say that because then you didn't have as much experience as maybe Natalia and I going to people's homes to do parties. Okay. So think of it, this is a new way. So if you're all newer, this is just the way, and this is probably all you know, right? And so, but for those of you that have maybe seen a video online or have heard of like, going to people's houses, or maybe at one point you were invited to a Mary Kay home and did a party, just think of the same thing, but virtually. So one of the things that I as far as like booking and booking a party, it stays the same. I would suggest that your first one, you be the hostess and you invite people. You kind of relaunch your business and you do it and just invite a couple people to come and do a virtual party. And it's better that those first times that those be people that you trust. People that would support you, people that would give you an honest opinion, because the first time is going to be tricky when you're trying to do a Zoom and then try to go to a party and then share a screen and then come back, and you got to get the hang of it, right? So I would do it with people that you absolutely trust, that would support you, would give you honest feedback, so that you don't feel like overwhelmed that they're new people, okay? So that would be the first thing I would do. And so once you do that and you get comfortable, then you would have hostesses just like you would have any other Mary Kay party. And when you have hostesses, you would have a hostess, you would have a guest list, you would have a hostess program. And I'm sure Natalia has, giving you different ones to use. But what I want to do is I want to show you how I run the the Zoom party. Okay, so one of the things that I do is, if you're not familiar, but Google Slides is a great tool to have. And I'm going to show you what I did. Now you have to do it one time, and once you do it one time, you're done. And I'm going to share my, am I allowed to share my screen? I think I need to be a host to do it. Let me see.
No, you can do it, Rosie. You can share.
You disabled. So you got to make me host or give me co-host. Go to my name.
I don't know how to do it, Rosie. Sorry.
You're going to go to my name, and do you see 3 little dots on the top of my square on the top right?
Uh-huh.
Click on it.
Host. Make host.
Yeah.
Rosie.
Okay.
Click make host.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm the host now. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to share screen. You can keep on typing.
It's easy to learn. It's easy to learn as you go, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. So just so you know, on the bottom of, everybody should have this on the bottom of their Zoom, where it says security, participants, there's a chat, there's something called share screen, record, and reaction. So I'm going to go to my share screen, and I'm going to share my second screen. Now, if you were to have a regular, only one computer, this would all be on your one laptop. And so you would have a few seconds to share your Google Slides. I do have 2 monitors. To me, it's, once you get kind of spoiled by working with 2 monitors, it makes your life a whole lot easier. So I'm sharing with you my screen. Everybody can see that, right? Yes? Okay. So yes. This is similar to PowerPoint. If you're familiar with PowerPoint, this would be great. If you're not, it's Google Slides. The reason why I did Google Slides is obviously it's Google, so it's I could get this from anywhere. And what I did is I created a slide or a PowerPoint of my class. And so the screen, and I'm going to show it to you in one big thing, and then I'll go one by one. But you see the slides here. So this is my first one. So when people come in, I can go to present mode. And then as people come into my class, this is what they see. So as they're logging into a party, this is the screen. And that screen, you got it on, I got it on, I don't know if it was Mary Kay in Touch or like Facebook, but Natalia puts tons of pictures up there, you guys. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, this one will change now, and it'll probably have the pictures of the new lip glosses on there, right? Although I love the Celebrate Pink. I just love the way it looks, okay? So this is it. And I basically created all my slides. And I'm going to go through them one by one, but I just want you to get an idea. See, like, I have my family, and I have the iMites. And then what I did is at the bottom here, I have all the videos. Now, Natalia, I've already emailed you all these videos, this whole thing that's here. Now, they are English videos. I don't know if they have them also in Russian, but I guess you could figure that out. At least I have it in English for you, okay? So let me give you guys an example. If I grab this, I'm just gonna, okay, so give me 1 second, and you'll see I'm kind of copying this on there. Okay, so let me go back to my Google Slides. So you see, I have everything in here. So I have my videos in English. I started doing them in Spanish, don't have them all yet. And then I have the slides that I need for a party. Now, what I do is I kind of do it like we would open up any other party. So I have a screen when they come in, which is this one. I'm going to go to present mode just so you see it. So if you'd be coming right now in my virtual party, this would be on. I would give people a few minutes. I could come on and I could just say, hey, everyone, you know, it's Rosie. I'm so excited. We're giving everybody a minute or two to start. And as it's starting, they're seeing this, which says Celebrate Pink, okay? When I'm done, right, I stop screen sharing, and I kind of do the same thing you see me doing now, okay? So there's a feature on Zoom called, if you look at your top right, if you're on a phone, it's a little bit difficult because you can only see so many people on a screen on your phone. There's only so many you could see. But if you are on a computer and you're with me, if you go to the top right of your computer, you should see speaker view and you should see gallery view. So if I see speaker view, I see all the squares. Does everybody see speaker view on their phone, or the ones that are on there? Do you see that on your computer on the top? If I am the hostess and I do speaker view, now you're all seeing me as the main person, correct? Yes, everybody's following. It's so hard because I only see two people. So Natalia, it's basically you and Yulia that we're gonna.
Oh, you just see two of us. Yes, and Maylene also showing thumbs up. You know, she also
perfect.
So it's on top of the screen if you are on the computer. Yeah.
Correct. So speaker view, whoever is speaking will go to the person. So whenever I'm going to feature a product, I like to do speaker view. If I'm going to go and then I'm going to open I'm going to talk in general, and let's say it's an icebreaker, I want to get to know people, I'm going to put it back on gallery view. So everybody could see everything and you could see all the interaction, okay? So I now go and I did this. When I'm done, I like to go and I like for people to introduce themselves. So this would be a time that I would say, like, I would welcome everybody to the party. Thank you for coming to my virtual party. This is going to be so amazing. If there's a hostess, you could spotlight your hostess. So if Natalia would be my hostess, I'm going to go to her name. Again, there's 3 little dots. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to go to spotlight video. And I'm going to be, thank you, Natalia. You're my hostess. Yay. Natalia, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Right. And then I'm going to mention to Natalia something. I'm done with Natalia. I cancel the spotlight speaker view and it goes back to me as the speaker. Then I can go to gallery view, and that's why it takes practice. I'm gonna be like, Natalia, will you, if I'm a hostess, I'm gonna have everybody introduce themselves. If I feel Natalia needs to introduce me to somebody because I don't know them, I'll say, Natalia, can you please introduce me to who's on, okay? She'll say, oh, that's my mom, my sister, my friend, these are people from work, whatever it is, right? And then I like to say, okay, we're gonna do something fun. I want everybody to tell me a quick, fun fact about yourselves. And then I'll spotlight people. Sometimes I can if it's a small group, but if it's a large group, let's say that I have 10 people like we have on today, it's very hard to spotlight people. So you could just say, okay, next, Yulia, what's your fun fact about you? Okay, great. Markova, what's a fun fact? Tatiana, what's a fun fact? And then everybody shares their fun fact. So almost like if we were going around a table. Does that help you guys? Okay, so you want to build some type of connection on there. All right, now if I'm picking them in Zoom, I could do that because right now I can go to here and say, okay, give me your fun facts. Okay, great. Now next, Natalia. Okay, great. Let me so I can cancel this, go to the next one, and I could say, give me a fun fact. Now, again, it's a little harder if there's a lot of people, so you just leave it in the gallery view and everybody's talking. All right. Once I'm done with that, I will go and I continue and I will tell them my I story. So did they know about an I story, Natalia?
Yes, they know, Rosie. So they know your story
perfect.
From the flyer, from the information. Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you want to know what your I story is. So I'm going to share my screen again so you guys can see this. And you can see it's in order after my pink one. You see the top left, how it says the Celebrate Pink, right under is this one right here. So I go from there to there. Now, when I do it, it's in present mode. So this is what they see. So they don't see all the back end to it. And I share with them the picture of my family. And so the reason why is because, some people don't know me. And if they don't know me, I want to remind them. I want to show them. I want them to connect with me and they're not seeing it. So I can say, this is me, almost 13 years ago when we picked up our first Cadillac. And this is last year when we picked up our 5th pink Cadillac. This is how my family has grown in Mary Kay. And I kind of share with them my I story. But it's important that there's a visual. Okay, people are visual. Remember that people are going to buy from you because they like you. People are going to connect with you and they're going to be your customers because they like you, because they connected with you, right? And so I want people to connect with me, and so this is one of the ways that I do it. So I have a picture of my family. Okay, if you have a picture of a goal, let's say that you're working for a certain goal, you can maybe put the picture of your family and put the picture of a goal. But it's really important that you share that. Okay, so after that, I kind of start doing the class. Now, you know, like if we did a regular skincare class and you would be in person. So one of the first things that we do is we do satin hands. So I have, and I'm going to go again and I'm going to show you screen share, right? So I do have all those links to videos. Natalia, do you guys have those in videos in Russian if you need them too? No.
We can have in Russian. We have some information in Russian, but we show them in English.
Okay, so for those of you that have it, whether it's in English or in Russian, you want to have them in order. So I have them all here. So the first thing that I do is satin hands, and I tell them, you know, one of the things we do is we love to pamper our hands, right? And I bring them through it. We show age on our eyes and our neck and on our hands. And so what I do is I go and I share this screen. Now, obviously when you share the screen, they're going to be able to hear it and see it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to show you this one video so you see.
Every day, my hands make life happen. And every day, my hands deserve to escape. To seal in precious moisture. Polish away dry skin. And wrap skin in instant hydration. Give yourself an extra dose of indulgence. Introducing the new Satin Hands Pampering Set, featuring a new scrub and hand cream powered by nourishing shea butter.
Now, I don't know about you all, but after you see that, don't you want that? Like there is something about seeing it, right? And so the more videos you have, the better. Okay, so when I'm done with that, I always show the product. Anytime I'm gonna show a product, and it takes time, I go to speaker view. Because now that I'm on speaker view, I'm here. So I could say, these are the 3 products that come in there. And I show them. You have your hand scrub, your hand softener, your scrub, and you have your hand cream, you see? And so I show it to them and I go on speaker view. Now, satin hands is one of the ones that we don't get to do because I'm not by a bathroom. So because I'm not by a bathroom, I don't take my camera with me, okay? And so, but I do show the video. So keep in mind that people are very, they like to see. And because they can't touch, they see. So for example, has anybody ever bought from QVC? Or has anybody bought anything online, right? If you're like me, if I just tell you, go buy this product, you may think about it. Now, if I show you a video on the product and I talk about it, you might be more inclined to buy it if it's a good video, even though you haven't tried it. And so what we realize is during this time, people are still buying, which is incredible because we're so, you know, we've been used to years of being in person, but people are still buying, okay? So I do my satin hands. When I'm done with my satin hands, so here's the other thing. I do start my party and I have my makeup on. So, because I want them to get a virtual session with me. So I have my makeup on, I have my lip gloss, which by the way, I have our brand new lip glosses. This is like beautiful. I love our lip glosses, okay? Feels so good. But I do have my makeup on and I am dressed up. And then I actually would do the whole thing because they can't see it, okay? They can't try it. So I actually do it while I show these videos. Now, if I'm having a full skincare class, I'll dress up. I don't always wear a suit, but I'll wear a beauty coat or I wear a nice outfit. I'll wear my earrings and my makeup on. Now, if I'm doing a girls' night, which is like total, like pajama party, tuck me into bed, charcoal mask, I will have pajamas on, okay? Even when I have my pajamas on, I always have mascara and lip gloss, even if it's very light. Why? Because when I do eye makeup remover, I want them to see it, take it off, and I bear it all. I know, so weird, but we take it all off, okay? So if it's fun, if it's night, I have pajamas. If it's like a evening with girls, it depends. If it's younger girls, I can wear a cute top on. If it's professional women, maybe I'll wear this jacket on, right? So it really just depends. I've done these at night. If it's like 8 o'clock, I've done it at night. I've also done them during the day, where I've done them like at happy hour, like a 5 o'clock happy hour. And so I just feel a lot of women are willing to do an hour, a happy hour, and they connect with friends. Okay. So that's kind of what my attire is. And then I just take them through the class, just like if you were, again, right in front of me. Okay. I encourage questions. If they do questions and they write on the chat. So if you're not familiar with Zoom, you can see Natalia's been writing on our chat the whole time. So people can write on the chat. People can ask questions. And then I just do a raffle at the end. Okay. But I'll share my screen again. Back going to my Google slides. It's right here. My next one are the eye mites. And so I just put these two pictures together, right? And so when they see it, I share them this, right? And when everybody sees that, they're like, this is disgusting. And I'm like, yes, it is, which is why you need eye makeup remover, right? And so I literally, this is the point where I start doing everything with them. And then I won't do it today. I'm just going to go through it. So I take off my eye makeup remover, I put it on, and I go like that, and I take it off, and I let them see it, how it comes all off, and I'm like, look how everything came off. This is our eye makeup remover. It's amazing. And then I go to skincare. And depending what skincare it is, I do the same, the whole, there's 5 steps to healthy skin. This is how you take care of your skin. Now here again, I go to videos. So I want to show you my screen really quick. I like to screen share. This is what I sent you, Natalia. I have it on there. See, Miracle Set. Oops, that was not supposed to move. Miracle Set, charcoal mask, natural line, botanicals. It's all there. So depending what skincare line you want to play the video for that skincare line. So if most of the women are repair, you do repair. If they're botanicals, you do botanicals. So I'll give you an example. Here's the charcoal mask. Now, if it's a night one, I actually do the charcoal mask. And so what I do is right before we start, I've done the charcoal mask, and I've literally done the charcoal mask on half my face. Okay. So what I do is I do the charcoal mask on half. I explain it, and I'll put the video, you guys, and I'm going to show you one more video only because I think I'm not going to play it all, but
Oil, bacteria, and impurities can get trapped inside pores. Using a charcoal mask can help remove dirt and impurities. This triple action formula deeply cleanses skin and immediately.
So these things give all the explanation. So especially when you're new and you're like, I don't know really what to say, or you're learning, this is a perfect way because it already talks about it and it's so professional. So when I do charcoal mask, I will give you that tip. I take off my eye makeup remover. I will put charcoal mask on half my face. Then I do the rest of the skincare on one half. So by the time it gets to the end, they can see that it's all dry. And I sell charcoal mask like that. Okay. So let me continue. So I then do my regular skincare and I keep it easy. So if I'm doing microderm, I only do microderm. If I'm doing charcoal mask, I do charcoal mask. Like I do one of the supplements, and then I do the regular skincare, which is our cleanser. I do satin lips. I do our eye cream, our moisturizer. And then depending on the group, I may talk about something else. So if there's young girls, I may talk about the botanical line. And then every product, I do show it. So if you look right here, I have my travel roll-up bag. So I have my cotton balls. I have the little washcloth. I usually put water in here to have it. And I really literally go over everything that's in there. What I do is, and this takes time to get used to it, I do talk about each product. And when I talk about each product, I do bring it out. And I do something like this, you guys. So I go and I say, here you go. See, I try to bring it to the screen. I show them the product, right? So they could see it. I have makeup on, but it doesn't matter, right? I put it on, right? And I tell them what I'm doing. I tell them how I'm putting it on. I tell them it smells good. Remember, they're not seeing it. So you've got to really talk to them about it. I said, I put this on and it smells so good and it has the vitamins, or it's a 4-in-1 cleanser. And I really romance the product, but I put it on here. I hold the bottle up so they can see the size in my hand. I show it to the screen so they can see what it looks like, because it's important, right? So it's almost like Vanna White with the Wheel of Fortune. And you're like showing products, okay? And so let me continue here. I want to just show you, keep on showing you the screen. So as you can see, I have this all here. And then I have different ones like brushes, Chroma Fusion, Perfect Palette, semi-matte lipsticks. So depending on the group and the audience, I will always play one of the makeup ones, because I want them at the end to really want to purchase from me, right? So I give them one of the makeup ones and say, listen, we can do a one-on-one virtual makeover session and I could teach you what it is. So I do that, and I kind of sell them on that, okay? I want to show you, I do have I won't have time because I know that I don't want the thing to run out on us, but there's one that's a really cute corporate video commercial. I use that when I'm going to do my sales and marketing. So obviously I have this here. Let me show you what else I have on here, right? So I have a picture here of a consultant because I did my consultant's party. So if you ever do a consultant party or you ever want to spotlight your hostess, you can show a picture of her, right? The other thing is, so once I'm done, everything that I do as far as skincare is with our videos. But at the end, I do have our popular sets, and whatever you use, Natalia, I know that, you know, whatever one you have, you would put it on here and you would romance it as if you did a class. And when you romance it, after you talk about it, make sure that you stop, again, screen sharing, go to speaker view, and you do your travel roll-up bag close. It's important. They need to see the travel roll-up bag. And you talk about all the products and all the things that are in there, okay? I then talk about, and I'll show you again, after I'm done, I do have this one, which is to start a virtual business for 30 minutes. And so this is the one that I play on the, and I won't play the whole thing, but I love this one, if you have not seen it. So I give people a break. I give them a chance to write questions.
I believe in what I think. I'm coming to you. I hope you like it. Only you and me. I believe in what I
do. Videos after, but going back to here, then I talk about it, and then I go into my marketing and I do it. And the way that I do the marketing is super, super simple. I basically do Mrs. Cab. Do they know Mrs. Cab, Natalia? No, okay, but they know you've talked to them about doing marketing.
Yeah,
right?
because many people are new, but the old people, they know what is Mrs. Cab. But please say it.
Okay, so whether it's Mrs. Cab or whether it's any other type of marketing, what I want to share with you is I do this little video. And then I share, when I share, Mrs. Cab is basically the 6 things about Mary Kay. So you never forget, it's MRSCAB. So it's M is for money, R is recognition, S is for the self-growth or self-improvement, C is the cars, A is advancement, B is be your own boss. So you can literally talk a little bit about it. Now, I don't do a whole lot because you want to keep the party within an hour, in and out in an hour. People will tune out after an hour. But I talk enough. I share this video. I talk enough about it. And then when I'm done sharing Mrs. Cab, and I talk a little bit about, the money, the recognition, the cars, all of that, right? If you're not good with that or you don't know, find a marketing video that you could play. There are marketing videos that are 5 minutes long or 2 or 3 minutes long, and you can play something, a quick little video for them to do it. I never, though, leave the party without sharing. It's important that they share a little bit about the business, okay? And then once I'm done, I do the last screen, which I tell them, you all, this is great, and it's $30, okay? And then or the $100 kit. There's another one that shows this one, see? 100 or 30, and then I talk about it. Okay. Now, one more feature I want to share. If you get really, really, really good on Zoom, okay, and you have to have it clicked. There's something on the bottom called breakout rooms. So either I'm going to tell you 2 things. When you're done with your party, Okay, this is why you can't do it so late. If you do a 9 o'clock party from 9 to 10, you can't follow up with people. But if you do a party from 7 to 8, you can. Or if you do a party, my favorite ones are either like 7:30, even 8 o'clock, you can follow up with people if I'm going to do a night one, or I prefer like the virtual happy hours. Because if I do a virtual happy hour at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, I have all night to follow up with people and still have dinner. So you want to pick up the phone and you want to call people that night, and they need to know that you're going to call them. Okay. Now it's kind of advanced. If you're great on it, there is something for those that are not in a hurry. Just say, listen, if you're in a hurry, I understand it is an hour long. You can go, I'll follow up with you today. Or if it's too late, you'll have to say, I'll follow up with you tomorrow. And before they go, I'm like, okay, listen, I'll follow up. I'm going to text you, and then they'll let you know. But you can also go in there and you can go to breakout room. And that's a feature. And it's not on here because you do have to have the $15. If you're doing a lot of Zooms, you're going to need to pay $14.99 a month. The reason why is because there's an unlimited amount of time. So you don't want to be where you're like 40 minutes, and they're going to get you out. It's stressful. You'd rather have it there. But if that would be the case, let's say that Natalia is or Maylene, now I see your face. Yay. So Maylene is on, and I'm going to go with Maylene. I'm going to grab myself and Maylene, and I'm going to put her in a breakout room, and I can talk to Maylene for a little bit and see what product she wants and close her sale. But I'm face to face. I'm done with Maylene. Thank you, Maylene. Great. Come back in. All right, great. Now I'll take out Alyona. Let's go out now, and I'm going to put you to a breakout room. And it could work, okay? If they can't, it's okay. But again, the expectation is that you are going to follow up with them. No follow-up, there's nothing. People are not going to go and just call you, and very few people. So it needs to be a follow-up. And the follow-up would be the same thing as anything else. How did you like it? Well, you won't say how did your face feel. Let me tell you about my face and how it felt, right? But how did you like it? What product? What are you looking for? You're just going to get to know them. And then what I do is I do text them when we're done. I'll be like, hey, thank you so much. Here's the sheet, the one that had the popular sets sheet. I wanted to send you the specials for tonight. Thank you so much for being my guest. When is good to talk tonight? Or if it's too late, when is good tomorrow for us to follow up, right? And so you want to make sure that you follow up with them, okay? And so basically, you guys, that is what I do when I do a virtual party. It's everything. When I do someone's debut, you have a new team member, I do it through here. If I want to launch somebody, I do it through here. If I want to host something, I do it through Zoom. And that's literally the way I have been hosting and doing my Mary Kay parties for the last few months of quarantine. Yes, you have about a minute, Natalia.
Yes, Rosie, can you please tell us, okay, so when you're done with your presentation and you go into the closing, right? So you show them this, sheet with sets, and you tell them, guys, please select what you like, and we're gonna go one-on-one consultation to breakout room?
Yeah,
how
I do everything.
Uh-huh.
I do the whole thing just like it was. I would tell them these are the sets, set A, set B, set C, set D. I explain everything to them, and when I'm done, I'm gonna say, when we're done, I'll follow up with you. We'll give you, if you have time, we'll go to a breakout room on Zoom, and I'll sit with you so we can still see each other while we talk. And if we can't do it right now, I'll call you sometime this evening, and we'll follow up with a phone call. I would love to FaceTime with you if we can, or I give you a call. I just want to know. I want to get your feedback. So I want to get your feedback as to what you thought, what your favorite products are. I would love to ask you a couple questions, and if there's something that you would like, I would love to be able to get that to you.